It's Teens Time with Chichi. My name is Chichi Umesaka. Welcome to another interesting episode. I have today a guest who is an expert in something a lot of us shy away from, including some of us. Okay, today we are talking about something nobody talks about again, and I'm beginning to be worried that a lot of our young people, teenagers, students, we are almost losing, and that thing is speaking. Better way of communicating, better way of speaking, public speaking. I'm also going to add public speaking because my guest is a public speaker. Is that the right word? Okay, he's going to introduce himself. But on today's show, we are going to be talking about how a lot of our students, graduates, they leave school and they can communicate well. Is it social media? Are we going to be blaming social media for making communication a little bit, terrible because everybody is almost using shorthand to type and all that? So I have in the studio today someone that would help us break it down. How can we get back our communication? How can young people speak better English more than we are doing now? It's terrible. And if you're watching abroad, maybe in your case it's different. But in Nigeria, a lot of our graduates struggle to speak well. I don't know why, but I guess my guests have solution to this. Okay, don't go nowhere. We'll be right back to start off the show. Thank you for sticking around. This is still Teens Time. And on today's show, I have someone, like I told you earlier, who is very good at public speaking. And he would help me, talk to us and tell us how we have lost it or why we have lost it, and how we can get it back in terms of public speaking, better communication, speaking right, even as graduates, undergraduates, secondary school students, every one of us. How can we get it right? What are the things we should use? The techniques, I think that's a word, the techniques to use to get it right. Okay, I have Mr. Samuel Okando in the studio. Please introduce yourself properly. I don't know if I got it right, and then tell us a little bit of what you do.
Sure. My name is Okando Samuel Isuchu, and I'm excited to be with you here today.
Thank you.
Right. I'm a public speaking coach and also a consultative.
Oh, I missed that. Yeah, you're a coach. Okay.
Public speaking coach.
Okay.
And I run an academy called the DH Academy in Abia State.
Okay.
And the DH Academy is an academy that has gone so far in organizing public speaking of programs, training organizations, schools, and individuals on the art of effective communication.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for being here. So, I don't know if I'm the only person that is saying this, but I've been in interviews, I've been in places where people have been interviewed, and I just kept going, oh no, this is not happening. Graduates, some left school like so many years before they were coming for the interview. What happened? How are we producing graduates who can speak well? Let me just be very nice about it. How are we producing graduates who are not doing well, who can speak well, speak better English, tenses? I know I'm horrible, but I've seen worse cases.
You're not horrible, ma'am. But basically, this is what people have come to misunderstand about the concept of effective communication. Leaving school with grades is not a guarantee that one will speak effectively. For one to speak effectively, you need to have a level of content. You need to possess a level of content because you speak from the heart and you speak from the mind. So when the mind and the heart is lacking of content, the possibility for these people to be effective in delivering whatever they have is lacking behind.
Wow.
And coming to the point of view where we have first class graduates who can't even stand their grounds to communicate effectively, I want to basically say that that is a very big problem.
True.
It's a very big challenge out there in the society. And I would say that one of the causes that leads to that has to do with the fact that we have a lot of graduates who pass through the university without getting to expose themselves to strategies, to opportunities that would leverage them on the art of effective public speaking. So, Auntie Chichi, if you ask me to provide a solution to this, I would basically say that these graduates should not depend only on their grades.
Okay.
They should not depend only on their certificates. Because Auntie Chichi, the effectiveness of a certificate is not in the paper, it's in delivery. is an ability of one person, an individual, to be effective about marketing and relating what you have in mind. Churchill said a couple of years ago that any individual who wants to say a word should target his structure of the word to look like a woman's skate, to be long enough to cover the subject and short enough to create interest. So it's not about I want to say everything. It's about having something to talk about and saying it in an effective way.
One house, one unit. Teens Time Exchange coming soon. Follow at 19 Chichi on social media platform. For sponsorship details, send an email to chichiteens@yahoo.com.
So I'm going to shock you. You studied engineering,
Right.
and you are into public speaking. But I've seen undergraduates, graduates who studied English, and they're speaking. It's not French. French is a very fantastic. I want to learn French. I don't even know. I mean, they're making serious blunders, and some of these people are looking to be employed. The question is, how? I love solution. So I'm instead of just dwelling on the problem. Our young people are losing it, they're not speaking well, social media is not helping them. The solution is, how can we fix it?
Okay, from that point of view, basically before I get onto that, I would want to explain the action and point of view and the revolutionary behind Marxism. This has to do with the effectiveness of details as consigning excellence. Now, majority of these people that you are talking about who are doing English, but yet they're not effective in English, it's not about the course you're offering. It's about a spirit being committed to the place of excellence. I've come to realize that as an engineering graduate, it's not just about going about with tools and certificates. You also need the place of effective distribution of details from within yourself to other channels. So this concept is what every graduate, whether you're doing English, doing biology, any course you're offering, it's important to understand the place of this channel.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, this is Teens Time, and we are talking about teenagers.
Teenagers.
Yes. No, like I've mentioned, undergraduates, graduates, so we are also talking to undergraduates, young adults.
Right.
How can they start retracing their steps? Especially the ones that have lost it, the ones that can't speak correctly, they are struggling. What are the things they are to do to be able to catch up?
Okay, basically I think one of the most important things that these people should pay attention to is to consider the known challenges before they can consider the unknown challenges. Now, one of the known challenges has to do with the place of stage fright. Stage fright is not about standing in front of people and jittering. That is not stage fright. Stage fright is standing in front of people. You know what to say, but you do not have the assurance to exhibit and relate what you have within yourself. So I'm trying to say that you know you have stage fright. One of the basic factors you need in order to overcome stage fright has to do with loving yourself. Because an individual who has less percentage of love attributed to himself or herself cannot effectively stand in front of people or communicate to people effectively. So the place of love is important. And Chichi, the second factor I think is so important has to do with exposition to knowledge. Because the in-depth capacity of information you have has a way of describing and relating what you can offer. So if these people can go back, not about what they did in school, but about committing themselves to excellence, reading to know, reading to lead, because it takes reading to lead. So if these people can go back and commit themselves, Not about opening books to please people, but opening books to know. Base it on the basis of interest. So these are factors I know that can possibly help. And from the professional point of view, Auntie Chichi, I think every young person, every old person who is suffering from low self-esteem is in need of mirror in his or her house. Because the place of mirror has a lot to do with an individual. Because as I'm standing in front of the camera, Auntie Chichi, I know what I look like. Because over time, I have reflected myself in front of the mirror. So when I pronounce the word lucubrious, I know what my mouth looks like, and I know how my face what it looks like.
Can I try it? Lucubrious. So what did you? I don't know how my mouth.
So it's important to understand these particular virtues and concepts. So if these people can go back to these particular concepts, it's possible for them to go a little bit further in handling the place of effective public speaking.
Fantastic. Okay, you have actually mentioned a couple of points that are very key. Number one, read a lot.
Right.
You can't give what you don't have. If you are coming out to talk and you are like talking gibberish, is it what they call it? Gibberish. It's because you have nothing inside.
Right.
You know. So you also talked about. Okay, you talked about too many things, but let me remember the ones I can. The other one you talked about. A place of excellence.
Excellence. Right.
If you, as a young person, you just want to get it right at all costs, you will do whatever it takes to get it right. A lot of young people are just carefree. They talk anyhow, they act anyhow, even the way they comport themselves. They are just careless with themselves. They dress anyhow. But if you know, okay, anybody can stop me anywhere to say, represent where you're coming from. You'll be prepared.
Yes.
You know, so I feel a lot of our young people should be on their toes to say, I just, you know, like I always tell my teenagers, the ones that I train closely, I tell them, always be prepared to give the elevator speech. Okay, for me, if I'm opportune to meet someone like Dangote,
Right.
what is that thing I have to tell him in the shortest time? Like, you know, all these very busy people, they don't have a lot of time. So what am I going to tell me in the next 1 second, 1 minute? Whatever I say, that's what represents me. You know, so the thing is, we have to always be ready.
Right.
Have content always. Read a lot. Read, prepare yourself, and have a mirror. I know when I started, I used to be very timid. I think I'm still shy, but I have conquered timidity.
Don't look shy.
I will shock you. I'm very shy. I'm an introvert, but I had to look into the mirror. Like I used to speak a lot into the mirror,
Right.
and I would tell myself, if I'm invited to come and speak to thousands of people, how will I? And funny enough, I'm beginning to get invitations to come and speak at very large, in front of. So I had to start preparing myself. So the word is to be prepared. And I tell young people, when you are prepared, like, once opportunity comes and you're prepared, it's a match made in heaven. Do you think our schools are not getting it right? The educational sector, do you think something is missing in terms of teaching, or they shouldn't teach them how to speak?
Auntie Chichi, majority of the teachers we have and lecturers we have, not to sound harsh, not to sound political, should be forced out of teaching. Because these people are offering what they do not have.
True.
And when somebody is offering what one doesn't have, you are offering totally an empty bulk of something.
True.
So when somebody that doesn't have meets somebody that doesn't have, what becomes the situation?
True.
So we have a league of graduates
True.
who do not have. So I'm trying to say, for anybody who wants to get into teaching and lecturing, pay less attention to the amount of money involved and pay more and fabric attention to building yourself. Because the more content you have, the more powerful and unusual graduates you produce.
Okay, so you are saying our schools are not doing well.
They're not doing well. They're not getting it right. They're not getting it right. Most people complain about they are not being paid. So peradventure they are paid. Would they go back to remind the students
Exactly.
that I have been paid, so come into the classroom, let me give you the best. So a man and a woman should not depend on the salaries. Let us go back and depend and deliver effectively.
Absolutely. What's your advice to parents? Because I also feel parents have a stake in this.
Right.
If you are paying school fees and then your kids are not, you come back and they are not speaking well, are they not supposed to be worried? Are they supposed to do something extra?
But basically, my advice to parents has it this way. They should expose their children to training. Because when you expose somebody to a king, the person begins to think like a king.
True.
So if they do not speak well at home, it's fabric to say, crystal clear to announce, and let them take these people to trainings, consulting organizations, fabric lessons and built-up organizations that would fit them very well to be great speakers. Because when they cannot speak, their certificates cannot speak.
True, absolutely. And what's your advice to teenagers, young adults?
My advice to teenagers has it this way. In the words of Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, a man I respect so much from the beautiful city of Dubai, he said, in giving, target to give excellence. And one of the best ways to target to give excellence is on the grounds of what you do behind. We are all a reflection of what we do behind.
Absolutely.
Read a lot and you're going to speak a lot. Read less and you're going to remain a timid person. Do not forget, you are the most handsome and good-looking person on earth.
Growing up brings confusion for many teenagers, and not just for them, but for their parents too. It's precisely at this time that teenagers need love, understanding, and good guidance. We will look at teenage issues from all sides and profile solutions. We will have fun and showcase teenage talent, and we will talk heart to heart. So join us on an amazing journey as we groom and nurture, inspire, educate and inform, entertain and promote our teenagers on Teens Time with Chichi. Loving teens, building lives, bringing families together.
Hi, my name is Chichi Umesiaka and I'm the teenage coach. Working with teenagers over the years, I've realized that these teenagers, they need someone to mentor them, they need a coach, they need someone to inspire them, they need someone to direct them. They have so much energy, they have so much ideas, so much to do, but they just need that little push and that little guide. This is where they are. Hi guys. So, that is why you need to watch Teens Time. Same station, same time. Thank you and stay tuned. Bye. Thank you. This is Teens Time with Chichi Season 3. I am super excited because this season we are going to be talking about mentorship, where I took my teenagers to meet some seasoned people in different industries, because you are going to be learning so much from this episode, from this season. So join my teenagers and I and watch Teens Time, the mentorship season on this channel. Same time, same day. I love you. Thank you. Wow. Hello everyone, this is Teens Time with Chichi. My name is Chichi Umesiaka, the teenage coach. And you know how the season has been running. It's all about the streets. We are bringing you stories of real people who grew up from the streets, who are doing so much for themselves, who never allowed what they went through or what they are dealing with currently to put them down.
My name is John Aby. I'm a trained elocutionist. I want to show you where I started from. Guys, this is where I make my clothes. Great fashion house, they're very amazing, really. Yes.
I represent that at Ajoloku. You will have money, like you can see many people put that carries on their head. It is money, wealth in your hand. I'm well with you and I appreciate your job. Thank you.
They've been able to conquer their mind, especially their mind, conquer their background, conquer the things that could have limited them, that could have put them down, but they've conquered those things and they are on their way to achieving their dreams, so that we can learn how to take care of ourselves for a better future. She deserves a round of applause. So stick around.
One house, one winner. Teens Time Exchange coming soon. Follow at 19Chichi on social media platform. For sponsorship details, send an email to chichiteens@yahoo.com.
It's been an amazing time having you here.
Excellent.
Thank you so much. And you know, I feel you are pushing something that is fresh.
Right.
A lot of people don't even know there's speaking is an act. It's not a joke. It's not a child's play. Even myself, that is a public speaker, I still find it, you know, that place of I need to train myself more. You know, thank you, and keep pushing.
Thank you so much.
Keep pushing this. I think we need to keep talking about it until we get it right. You know, so that we can produce graduates who are seasoned.
Substantial.
Yes, who are seasoned, that can come out, and finding jobs won't be. Part of the things I think they need to know is that you're not getting jobs is because you're not speaking well.
Right.
I hope you learned that. Thank you so much for being here. Guys, I hope you have learned so much. And will it be okay for us to give them your details?
Right.
So that you can groom some of them, or even over the phone. I know this is national stuff.
Right.
Okay. Thank you so much for being here. And feel free, his details are going to be on the screen. Feel free to reach out to him on Instagram, Facebook, so that he can teach you on how to speak better and have more content. But remember, read. You cannot, no knowledge is a waste. You cannot go far if you don't read. A reader is a leader. That's how you guys put it. You read, you lead.
Right.
I got it. So I'm learning very fast. Thank you so much for watching. This is Teens Time. Feel free to hit me up on the different social handles. I want to hear from you. We need to get it right. Teenagers, young adults, we cannot be producing young people that are not seasoned. You need to understand that you have all it takes to stand shoulder to shoulder with anybody from any part of the world. You have it all. Trust me and believe what I always say. You can become whatever you want to become. You just have to believe in yourself, and it's possible. Until I come your way next time, bye for now.